Thanks for watching the video. Head over to Endless Adventures MTG on Facebook and enter 100 likes for a 100 cards giveaway. Hello adventurers, and welcome to our first installment of a new series that I'm going to be calling Sunday Fundays. Just going to take some decks that I've been messing around with and play in a friendly standard league. Release it every Sunday. I think it's appropriate that our first Sunday Funday is an approach of the second Sunday Funday deck. So I've seen blue-white approach, I've seen Jeskai approach, which is what we're playing, but I think ours is a little different here. And now there's white-red approach. I just think it's really sweet, the win condition of approach of the second sun, and I like the deck I've kind of put together here. It's just a lot more spot removal than most of the other approach to the second sun decks that I've seen, with Harness Lightning and a Braid. Also, Sweltering Suns I think is great against Ramen Up Red, and even sometimes Timber Energy. Timber Energy it's good against as well. I like that's a 3-mana board wipe in a lot of situations, otherwise you can cycle it. So I think that's pretty cool. The Locust God is running around rampant everywhere, so we have a cast out in the main. You may have seen the Pierce in the main here, and also Negate. Just because I found that against other approach and control type decks, we kind of have a hard time in the first game. It's kind of whoever goes off first, and I think Spell Pierce and Negate gives us a little edge. Other than that, it's... Oh yeah, we also added the Locust God. Locust God has won games just by itself because no one really expects it in this deck, which is pretty cool. Other than that, it's pretty standard with the Supreme Wills. Got Opt, Glimmer Genius, and the usual board wipes in Fumigate and Settle the Wreckage, which less copies are played because of the spot removal. I like that. It gives us something to do early on, taking out creatures in Ramen Up Red and whatnot. Running 26 lands. Have not had any problems with the mana base at all. Actually done really well with that. Just 4 Ether Hubs and Evolving Wilds. I like Field of Ruin. That's pretty cool to kill some of those new flip cards that turn into lands, and it also replaces itself as well, so that's pretty cool. 4 Glacial Fortresses, Inspiring Vantage, some islands, mountains, plains, and then a Scavenger Ground for like Godpharaoh's Gift or any troubling graveyard stuff that we might come up against. What did I not mention? I guess farm to markets, spot removal, as well as cycling through cards to find what we need, which is pretty sweet. I love Sunbird's Invocation into approach. It can just win the game on the spot. That's why we're playing 4 approaches. Real quick in the sideboard here, Authority of the Consuls is awesome against your aggro matchups. We got another cast out for those pesky gods, Hazaret and or the Locust God. Another Settle the Wreckage, another Fumigate. I love Real Caracol. I've brought these in and won very quickly because everyone sides out their removal generally. And then a bunch of counters for the control matchups. Another Spell Pierce, Jace's Defeat, Negate. I like Jace's Defeat because it's pretty much just an extra negate in the deck when you're playing against control decks, so that's pretty cool. And then I don't think I've cast River's Rebuke while testing, but I like it. I've seen it work pretty well. Just against even Godpharaoh's Gift, kind of another board wipe. Works well with Authority of the Consuls if we need it to as well. So we'll jump into a friendly league and see how it goes. See you in there. Alright, here we are for our first Sunday Funday match with our Sunbird Invocation approach of the second Sun deck. We won the die roll and we will play first. This seems like a perfectly acceptable hand for a Approach of the Second Sun deck, and we will keep it. Plenty of lands and stuff to do. Drop down our Inspiring Vantage. I guess there would be an argument for playing Glacial Fortress there, so we could opt next turn, but oh well. Opponent on Merfolk. Another deck I like quite a bit. I really like Merfolk. Oh, cool. Okay, well, let's just pass the turn and Harness Lightning that out of the way, depending on what they drop here. Just coming in for one, I think we might save the Harness Lightning. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Use it on something else. They might just be stuck on one land. Oh wow, opponent is stuck on one land. Well, we're okay with that. Guess I should have played the Glacial Fortress then. There's an Evolving Wilds. Yeah, get a island here and play the Glacial Fortress next turn. But we'll do that all in their end step. So our opponent find an island. Sunscorched Desert. Wow, in Merfolk. Haven't seen that. Getting super aggressive. That's pretty cool. I think we're just going to take one again, see if they have a 2-drop that we'd like to Harness Lightning. Don't mind taking one and taking out something else. There we go. What have we got? Merfolk Branchwalker. Sure. Let it explore. Found Tishana's Wayfinder for the graveyard. Okay. So let's crack this. Go grab an island. And then take out Merfolk Branchwalker. There we go. Sweet. Maybe we'll Glimmer at the end of the next turn. Spell Pierce might be good if they have River Herald's Boon here on their turn. I've never really been a player of the draw go decks, but I'm finding with this deck that I enjoy it. Oh, alright. Opponent stuck on land, and we win the first game. Never fun, but we'll take the win. Alright, so looks like they're gonna try to be an aggro Merfolk with that desert in there. And Merfolk is definitely creature based, so I think we're going to bring in our Authority of the Consuls. We're going to cut the Locust God. We're going to cut, let's see, we'll cut Negate. And what else? Cast Out for now. I think we can cut that. I think we'll bring in Settle the Wreckage and Fumigate just to have more sweepers. And we'll bring in those in. I would like to cut our Spell Pierce here. I don't really like Supreme Will either. Supreme Will hasn't shown up as really awesome, but I think I'd rather cut the Farm to Markets than the Supreme Wills. So let's cut those two, and oh, we don't need to cut both of those. We'll bring one back in then and submit like that. Alright, game 2. Unfortunately, you cannot keep a no-lander. Otherwise, that would be a pretty sweet hand. Okay, well, we got a Fumigate and an Approach. I don't know if we're going to get much better out of 5 cards. Oh, and there's a Harness Lightning. Perfect. Alright, this hand's turning out much better. So turn 2, kill their creature. Hopefully draw some stuff between now and then to play, and then turn 5 we'll Fumigate and gain some life. Opponent is not enjoying their keeps, apparently. Interesting. Oh, this is a spicy Merfolk deck. Wild Growth Walker. Definitely gonna harness lightning that. The thing can get out of hand. Ooh, we've got both approaches now. Alright, well. Let's pass the turn. Alright, so there's the Branch Walker. So we're just gonna go ahead and kill this Wild Growth Walker now. Avoid any +1/+1 counters. I wonder if this is mono green Explore and not necessarily Merfolk. Though it did have Command a Speaker, which doesn't really fit for Explore. Interesting. Drops the Wayfinder in the bin. Ooh, settle the wreckage. Okay, that's cool. So we have all the removal in one form or another. We're going to take 3 here, but that's okay. Unless they have something else to drop on the Branch Walker. I don't like not replying to opponents, so we'll give them a sad face. I don't mind settling the wreckage on those. Oh, and we pick up an Abrade, but I think we will settle the wreckage. Yeah, after they attack. Dumps another Wild Growth Walker in the bin. Interesting. Okay. Would like to keep drawing lands, though. Definitely avoid 6 damage there. There's a Command a Speaker we can light bolt. I don't understand. I guess it's fine to play Command a Speaker in mono green. With Merfolk, it just seems much better if you have islands in the deck. Interesting. It is definitely an aggressive 1-drop. It's definitely a sweet deck. We are going to Abrade one of these. And there you hear the roosters outside. Oh, the mic picks it up pretty well if I could hear it in my headphones. Definitely need to draw some land. Land and or card draw. It has a 3-drop. Prowling Serpentpod, interesting. Another Abrade. Can we target this? Yes, we can. Makes creatures unblockable as well. What a spicy brew. Not hitting our land drops is bad for us, though. It's a good thing we keep drawing the Abrades. And that rooster's just going nuts. Need an Abrade for the rooster, apparently. Do they have Blossoming Defense? Nope. Cool. That's good, because that would have been a lot of damage. Oh man. Got a 6-drop. Nissa. Okay. Wow. Huh. interestingness. I don't think I've seen that one played yet. Suppose it doesn't really matter if they gain 3 life, because that's not how we're trying to win. There we go. Okay. Running lands would be awesome here, and since the board is rather clear, we're definitely just going to Sunbird's Invocation. Oh, we can't. We're mana short. Okay, never mind. Well, we are going to pass. I forgot we missed 2 land drops. Need to draw 2 more lands is what we need. Hopefully they dump a bunch of creatures onto the board here. There's one. Ooh, Ronas. Interesting. Might have to bring our cast outs back in if we can't win this one. Ooh, Death Gorge Scavenger. Wow, what a spicy brew. Mono green aggro, I guess, with some other stuff going on. It's going to be a good fumigate. Take 2. There's the land, but we're definitely going to fumigate right now. They emptied out all the creatures there. Okay, now we draw another land and then hopefully we win. So they revealed the top 2 cards of their library and put all lands into their hand. I think they whiffed on lands. Okay, there's Ronas. They have another 4-power creature. They do. They're Prowling Serpent. Oh, this is going to be... Oh, perfect. Okay. So we Sunbird. And hopefully... Actually, do we Sunbird? I think we just approach. Yeah, we're just going to approach. No point in messing around with Sunbird's Invocation when we can just win. And I doubt Mono Green has any way of stopping us from approaching. Big attack though. In for 9. Yeah, I think we would have really messed up if we would have Sunbird's Invocation there. Would have been a risk. Got to use the old noggin. Okie dokie. Don't care about that. Crocodile the Crossing, yeah. Wow. Definitely green aggro. Mono green Stompy and that's pretty cool. So 5, 10, 14, we probably would have been in pretty bad shape if we hadn't had our approach to play. But it looks like first game of Sunday Funday, approach of the second Sunday Funday that is going to go off pretty well. Big hit right there. Play our land, and we approach. Go. Good game's opponent. All right. Took out our first game. Moving on to number 2.